Good day, students. Today we will going to continue our lesson about web development. And for today's lesson, we will going to know how this web is changing the world. So before anything else, before we start, we have here a video presentation. So please listen very carefully and let us know, everyone, how this World Wide Web change our society nowadays. Are you ready? Now let's start.
The web is transforming society.
It's changed everything we do. The way we make love and war pretty well. Everything's been changed by it.
For better or for worse, the web is transforming the world.
But the web is not just a technology. The web is what technologies and people have done together.
This is the most important thing that's happening at the moment. The development of the web and the internet and how that's changing everything about what we do, how we communicate with each other, how we manage ourselves as a society. It's so important, but we really don't understand it.
Well, it is a vast subject, and we're only just scratching at the surface of it at the moment. But what you'll get from a short course like this is just an introduction. I hope it will do something that will make you curious. You'll start to see the web in a new way. You'll start to understand what it really is. A network not just of computers across the whole world, but a network of people using computers, and the computers changing the way that they do those things. We just want to introduce you to some of those ideas.
If you think about the fact that at the click of a mouse we can access millions of pages of information from a global library of documents within seconds. The exciting thing is that you'd get a taster of web science, and I think the other thing you would get is access to people who are absolutely the world experts in web science.
Well, this course is going to give you insights at all levels in the web. The shape and structure of the web, how we use it to solve problems together, how democracy is being changed by the way we interact on the web, how science is being changed.
We want to encourage people to really think about web science and think about doing a degree in web science, but very few people understand what it is we're talking about.
Web science is the name that we have given to an area of study that is trying to understand the impact that the web is having on the world and the way that the web is changing.
I hope what we'll be able to do with this is to make you think about the web in a different way.
The ways it's empowering both consumers and citizens in countries all around the world. And it ain't done yet.
Okay, so that's it. We know that because of this web, all of the information is just one click away. Okay, so we will going to learn more about this web as we continue with our lesson for today. Okay, so before we start, I have here some questions and you can ask yourself for the answers. We have number 1, what do you commonly do on the web? Number 2, what sites do you usually visit and why? Number 3, what are the benefits or the advantages of using the web? Number 4, what are the downside or the disadvantages of using the web? And number 5, how do you think the web is changing the world? So I'm going to leave this question to you, and I want you to answer any of the following questions on your own. Okay. Now this time, let's proceed to our lesson. We all know that the internet is a vast range of information, resources, and services such as the interlinked hypertext documents, an application of the World Wide Web or the WWW. Here are some of the most useful websites that you can use online. The first one of it is the PicMonkey. Do you know what is PicMonkey? PicMonkey is a website that lets you edit your photos from your computer for free. PicMonkey is just like the commonly used today, the Photoshop and the GIMP. So actually they are just the same. These are web applications that lets you edit your photos to improve its quality. Okay, and the best part of this one is that PicMonkey can be used for free. Unlike for the Photoshop or for Adobe Photoshop, you need to buy the software for that one. The good thing for the PicMonkey It's a free software. It's a free website. The next one is Join Me. Join Me, this website made online meeting easy and convenient for everyone. It lets the user share his screen and communicate with others efficiently. So just like what we are using today, we use the Google Meet, the Zoom, and many more. We can also use this website, which we call it Join Me. So Join Me, just like the Zoom that we are used to do every time that we have our online class, Join Me also allows us to share our screen. And of course, it also allows us to communicate to each other very efficiently. So just like the other website that we commonly use, we can also try, or we can also use the Join Me. We have also the WeTransfer website. What is this WeTransfer website? This site lets the user send big files up to 2 GB to others for free. Sometimes if we want to share some file to our friend, to our family, to our relatives, it's a very challenge, or it's a challenge for us, especially that we have a very big file. So once you are transferring big file to our friends or relatives, I recommend you to use the WeTransfer website. Okay, so all you have to do is just to type the WeTransfer.com, and then you're going to add your personal information, and then you can use this WeTransfer. The good thing for this one is that you can send even movies up to 2 GB. Now, let's proceed to our internet basics. Before you actually learn how to develop your own website, you must understand some of the internet basics. Number one, network. What is a network? A network is a group of computers that are joined. It is called net because the wires that join the computers resemble like a net. Network lets you share your work with other users at their computers. That's why it is called network, because it resembles like a net, and you can send informations to other computers. That's why it is called network. We have 3 types of network. I know for sure already you heard about this one. We have the LAN, the WAN, and the internet, or the cyberspace. For the LAN, it is also called the local area network, where it is a group of computers that are joined in a small area. Always remember, LAN is only joined in a small area. This area could be a school, computer lab, or a business office. Somehow, when we say WAN, or wide area network, it's a group of computers that are joined over a large area. This area could be a city. Okay, could be a whole barangay. Okay, it also could be a whole province. Okay, so once you want to connect computers over a large area, we can use the WAN, or the wide area network. The next one is the internet, the cyberspace. Sometimes we call it the net, or even the cloud. Okay. This one is an international network of computers. Networks let the computers around the world share information. Okay. So once you want to send information to your loved ones, even abroad or any place of the country, we use this, what we call the internet. Through internet, we can communicate to our loved ones that are away from us. Okay, even if he is staying in Canada, in Australia, very far from us, we can use the internet to communicate to them. Okay, so again, we have 3 types of network. The LAN, used for a small area, the one that is used over a large area, and the internet, which is used worldwide. We have also, let us also identify how the internet started. It all started in 1960s. The U.S. Department of Defense began the internet as a military research project. The internet was used to help soldiers share information. Before the internet, if one computer was broken, then it stopped the computers from sharing information. The goal was to make a network of computers so that if one computer was broken, other computers could still share information. That's the main purpose of the internet at first. It is used as a military defense for the US Army. Okay, through the years, the goal of the internet changed. Scientists, researchers across the US joined their computers networks to the internet to share information. Long time ago, it was only used for war by the US Department of Defense. No, but right now, the scientists, the researchers found its importance as a way of sharing information. Now, other countries later on began to join their network together to create an international network of computers. This is now known as the Internet or Net for short. Now, what is about this World Wide Web? The World Wide Web, or the WWW, is a group of web pages that are joined together to make web of information that anyone in the world can see. Web pages are joined together by hyperlinks, which is a spot on a web page that when we click, it will display a web page. A computer knows what the web page to show when a hyperlink is clicked because the hyperlink contains the URL or the Uniform Resource Locator. The URL specifies the address of the web page. To view the web page on the WWW, you need a web browser. Example of the web browsers are Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, and Safari. Okay, so again, World Wide Web is a group of web pages that are joined together to make a web of information so that everyone in the world can see. Now, the URL begins with the HTTPS. Notice when we write something in our address bar, in our search engine, it started with HTTPS. It stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. And this indicates that you want to view a file on the internet. Often, after HTTPS comes with the www or the World Wide Web. After that comes the domain. It is registered the name of the website. So there are different types of domain. The .com is for commercial purposes. The .gov is a website for the government. The .edu, which is the one that we're using here in our school, is used for education. The .org is used for organization. The .net is for the network. The US, the .ph is for the company. So right now, here in the Philippines, we use the .ph or Philippines. Now, people use the internet for different purposes. Do you agree, grade 8? Yes, of course. The internet offers the following. Number one, web application. When we say web app or web application, these are programs available using the internet. This allow a person to create documents, edit videos or photos, or play games, or even more. So the games that we're using are examples of this what we call web apps. Email. Email is a way to exchange electronic mail messages with friends, family, and other people using computer. We have also social networks. Social networks are online communities that allows members to communicate by sharing messages, photos, videos, links, and more. Some of the popular social network services are the Facebook, the Instagram, and the Twitter. So we call them social network or social media. Number 4, we have here the chat. Chat allows a person to talk with other person in real time using the computer. What's the difference between email and chat? Email, you're just sending mail to your loved ones, but when we say chat, you are talking to that person in real time. Number 5, the purpose of internet, we use it for blog. Blog is a series of short articles listed by date, with the latest being at the top, and it is also similar to journals or diaries because bloggers write their experiences and thoughts, and it also allows the readers to leave comments about the articles. Okay, number 6 is newsgroup. Newsgroup are forums that people join to exchange ideas about a certain topic. Okay, 7, World Wide Web. World Wide Web is commonly known as WWW. It's a group of web pages joined together using the hyperlink. It is used to make a web information so that anyone in the world can view. And the last one, we also use the File Transfer Protocol, or FTP, wherein it lets people upload files such as pictures, videos, or documents a place to the internet. So once we post a picture in Facebook or in Twitter, that picture will be automatically become an FTP, or File Transfer Protocol. Okay, so what have you learned from our lesson? So I want you to write it in our comment section below. So thank you so much. Grade 8. Hope to see you in our next live class. Bye-bye.